present here a new fragrance, which is the first one of the kind of a big break of the molecules. Tell us about it.
Don't mix them up. Eccentric Molecules is one series, and that will continue. And the Beautiful Mind series we just started. So Christiane features the first series, and I think she was the perfect one because it's something she does which anybody can learn. It's nothing supernatural, you know. She's not a model or, you know, some rich kid who has a lot of money to do whatever she wants to. She stumbled into that herself, and she became the world champion, which is great. But most important is, I want people, or I want to give them the idea that it's worth using your brain. Again, it's sexy to use your brain. Only a smart woman is a sexy woman, and the techniques can be adopted by anyone, as you've seen. It's easy and it's fun. So this is much better, and I think there's some integrity, there's some substance in this, which we felt was strong enough to just do it.
Christiane, was it kind of easy working together? Or did you always agree with each other? Like on ingredients, on the smells, on the way how the package looks?
I think it was really very easy because, I don't know, we had a connection from the beginning, and it was not that I said, oh, that's disgusting or something like that. So, and if I had said, oh, we could take this, then he said his opinion, and either we tried it, and then we tried it, and then he said, oh, see, it doesn't fit, or something like that. And then he explained why it doesn't fit, or I smelled it, and then it was okay. So I would say it was easy.
I agree, it was an easy collaboration because she didn't know anything about it, and I know lots about it. So the roles were clear, you know, there was no reason to fight, because I was the teacher, I explained, I showed her the ingredients, she smelled them, we discussed them, I explained what this is for, and so we had this huge collection of materials we went through, and then we looked at it. What do we both like? What can we see? What could form a harmony? And then we came up with this first accord after 3 weeks of smelling, and we liked the accord, and then we refined the accord till the end.
You said it's going to be the next volume, and it's going to be about the ballet dancer.
Yes.
Tell us about it. Tell us something.
Well, it's after the fragrance I did with Christiane, I thought, right, well, that's it. You know, we found the perfect match for the idea. It's her, of course. Couldn't be anybody better. And so I thought, well, great. I mean, it took me a long time anyway to find her. I had the idea maybe 1 or 1.5 years before I found her. So it just came to me one night. I was about to go to bed, and I decided, nope, I'll have a look at telly. So I was zapping through, and I got stuck at this documentary on Arte, and it was a documentary about this ballet dancer. And I thought, hey, she's really cool. She's really elegant, and then it just went like, ding. And I thought, well, of course, she's another beautiful mind, because being a ballet dancer, it's not just like, you know, you're a dancer, you can perform. You have to be so in control of your body to do expressions which match the music, the colors, the setup of a theater. It's definitely a beautiful mind.
About the boat fragrance. How was it? How did you create it? I mean, it's such an unusual story.
That was a long, long way to go, I can tell you. The fragrance, well, I started that in 2001, and we finished the fragrance in 2004, and it was launched only in 2008. So from the day we started the fragrance till the launch, it took 7 years. That's very unusual. The idea portrayed in the fragrance was, well, Bodhisattva, the warrior, right, back then, also being a woman. The interesting part obviously was, when they went to war, they colored themselves blue, right? So to, you know, feel really strong, and to be, you know, to scare the opponents, to scare the others. So we felt like, you know, your brand is called Boudica, which goes back to Bodhisattva. We want to express, ideally, an atmosphere around Bodhisattva at the time. So you think they went to war? They went to war high on drugs, so that they would, well, of course, I mean, whatever they had at the time. I'm sure they didn't smoke marijuana, but they had something to sort of, feel ready. Let's go and be brutal. So, drug. We chose opium. I recreated the smell of real opium, raw opium. Then, imagine, they go into war. Horses, leather, smoke, nature, the air, woody notes. That was enough basically to work on it. And then I had to kind of like stop them a little bit. If I wouldn't have been, I think the fragrance would be even crasser. But I said, look, fair enough to have an idea and to have a strong concept. You also want people to wear the fragrance, not just to look at it, right? So it was a bit like sort of ding, 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 and at the end we were like in one line. And Zoe mainly was very sort of strong on the creation process. She has a very powerful ego. Brian is a bit more, he can live with things, and yeah, but we found a sort of like a good level of understanding each other. And finally, if I'd have to describe the fragrance, I would describe it as spicy, woody, leathery.